Hello, everybody, and welcome back to round 3 of the MTGPL's our Legacy Fight Night. This is Team Unified. For this, we are in round number 3 of tonight's event here. This is gonna be the match to decide if Team Go Absurd can sweep.
Y'all, as I've been talking about, I'm so incredibly excited for this matchup. We have Cool Guy on the good old 12 post, the classic 12 post, by the way. We actually have 12 posts in this list. We got the 4 Vesuva, as Prez was very quick to point out. This is not the standard 10 post list that we've been seeing a lot lately. And then we got Zigife on red green lands. So here's why I'm so excited about this matchup, y'all. These are two decks that have insane inevitability when they're normally playing against other decks in the metagame, but their inevitability in such totally disparate ways where this is going to all come down to whether or not Zigife gets a Wasteland lock, in my opinion. Like, that is 100% what this is down for in my mind. And then Cool Guy seems to be the one who is typically favored. What do you think, Prez? Do you agree with that assessment, or do you think
I agree as well. I think that if Zig gets a Wasteland heavy draw, I think that he can slow Cool Guy down enough that they can go through that. Because of note here, there is no artifact mana in Cool Guy's deck. There are no Grim Monoliths. There are no Thran Dynamos. There's no any of those like ridiculously heavy ramp spells. This is all creatures and all lands, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And of note, Cool Guy, of course, having the 4 Sorcerer Spyglass as the point of interaction with Wasteland. And Eternally Surprised, yes, there is some total spice in these two lists, namely the single Apex Devastator out of lands. Or I'm sorry, not lands, Cloud Post. What am I talking about? And Zigife has a Savage or a Living Twister, y'all. If you have
Main
not
deck.
read this card before, you need to read this card. It is literally just Sulfuric Vortex on a 2/5 body that can also return a land. The ultimate spice. Looks like Zig keeping 7, Cool keeping
This is
6.
a fast start too. Ooh,
This is
Field
nice.
of the Dead coming down right away.
Love it. Zigife, also a notable damaged cards collector. Their land deck is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of signed cards as well, even though I do not play with them very often. Largely just because I don't want to send my cards off, but
Y'all, my favorite thing about Once Upon a Time is it mandates that you shuffle the bottom of your library. I cannot tell you how many opponents I have tilted off by always asking them whether or not they want to cut the bottom. When we were playing Paper and I was back playing Amulet Titan, I love this so much. And we're seeing Chalice on 1.
ooh,
What though?
this is probably a good start if you're up against lands, because this turns off crop
Crop,
rotation, turns off
crop rotation and exploration, where we've already seen the exploration, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess it is just exploration, but
you do it. You spend it. All right, now show me the life in the lump, please. Oh,
yes.
this is gorgeous. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So
Oh no.
Cool Guy needs to chain forests or another soul land that is not a tapped one. Uh, into explicitly Sorcerer's Spyglass.
This is so bad. Especially with the exploration just being wasteland, smash, wasteland, go.
This is beautiful. I love this.
So we're just gonna get a Vesuva copying basic forest.
That seems correct. That is absolutely the right call.
Because Vesuva's the weird card in that when it copies basic forest, it becomes a basic land.
So we're seeing Caracas as one of the gets. Of course, the really terrible thing is that Caracas isn't amazing against Green Post because chances are you bouncing one of their Annihilator Legends is
Really bad.
not going to win because they're going to get
Oh.
triggers.
Oh no! Following up with a Maze 2, just having everything.
But Maze doesn't really do anything besides specifically Apex Devastator attacks. Like, you get the attack triggers off Primeval Titans and like the Annihilator cards.
Yeah.
It prevents Golos and Thought-Knot Seer from crashing in, but like that's.
Can I also just say as well how good of a follow-up and indestructible land is from Cool Guy?
That's true, but no Sorcerer's Spyglass, so still it is all about chaining these basics. I love me these cascading characters.
That's not what you want to see if you're Cool Guy. Oh no. Port, Grove, and a fetch land. So we're gonna see Field of the Dead this turn.
No, because we only get 2. Oh wait, yeah, there's 5 lands in play already. Never mind.
Yeah. So we're gonna see Grove,
and
probably a fetch. Oh no, or Port. Okay, here we go.
That is what we call a clock in this business.
Yes.
Um, Mad respect for placing the Mazavith up front, just to be very clear that this is not a mana source for anybody.
Yep.
Of note, I've seen a couple of these green post lists starting to play the new World Tree land. For kind of the same reason that you can activate Golos with it, but it's also a green source in the early turns if you need those because the deck can kind of choke on it. Of note, that would just be strictly terrible right now, right?
Yep. So we're gonna port down the basic forest.
I like this. Make them
Yeah,
like
I like not. I
Bobbithor.
like turning them off a green.
Well, the best card for Cool Guy in this matchup besides Sorcerer Spyglass is Elvish. Oh, that's Elvish Rejuvenator, not Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. That's really interesting, actually. Cool Guy choosing not to be playing any of the Elvish Reclaimer tech, which a lot of the lists have been currently, and instead opting for the Elvish Rejuvenator, which, if you do not know this card, there is no shame in that whatsoever. The good old core set draft common.
Yeah. Of note here as well. Um, there's is that Vesuva as a copy of Forest again? Yes, it is. Um, oh goodness. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Elvish Reclaimer also in a Chalice deck is not super amazing.
Oh, that's true. I guess most mono green lists haven't been playing Chalice lately, have they?
Probably not. I haven't been paying much attention to it, but I could see
No,
that for sure.
I can respect that then. Look at me not putting 2 and 2 together with that. But yeah, that makes sense that because
Yeah.
typically we've been seeing that the mono or the mono brown cloud post decks are the ones that are actually playing the sphere effects, both sphere of resistance and chalice.
Yeah.
So that does make sense. An interesting concession.
This is absolutely, man, this is a savage start from lands. Just double port, double wasteland on the backup, fields already online, have a maze, have a Karaket. Like,
Right.
oh my goodness.
Your plan here is to naturally get to 6 to cast Primeval Titan. I guess Thought Knot Seer is doable too. No,
Yeah, I guess
you need wait, no, you need to get to 6 to cast Thought Knot Seer is your plan, right? Because this double port. This is oh,
yeah,
I
that's
I
really
feel for
rough.
Cool Guy right now, I'll be very honest.
Yeah, this is a absolutely horrendous start.
And this is just the exact game that proves how amazing exploration is. As again, I keep talking about Force of Will, right? As a Force of Will player going up against lands, exploration is like one of the and as of course infect as well. That's changing the lens. But exploration is one of the
Triple
like
lands
4 cards
again.
I'm actually willing to Force of Will out of lands.
This is the second time at least that he's hit triple lands off of milling these, or off of dredging these life from the
That's
lobes.
so nutty. That's so
Especially with
amazing.
hitting sheltered thickets, so you can cycle with one of them as well. Yeah, this is you're totally right, Beyond Sadistic. This is a clinic in lands. Also, Horizon Canopy can also trigger the dredging as well
I
on end
love this.
step. So many lands, and with having the fetch land as well, you can go fetch in order to go grab a taiga here.
So of note, there is this is just known lethal now. Even Soul Land isn't going to get there because the double port on green sources needed to be exactly have a green source and as one of the untapped lands and get another Soul Land off the top. And wow, that
Just
was
scoops it right up.
impressive. Woo.
That was a savage, absolutely savage beating from Zig. Holy cow.
And really, like that wasteland was just so amazing, right? Like
Oh yeah. Well, especially having, the turn one exploration into
turn
double
two
wasteland
wasteland.
on turn two.
Well, we just saw the single wasteland, but what it represented then from that point forward was there was wasteland on the board that you had to deal with, and going forward, there was wastelands there was double wasteland every turn essentially going forward. Like
Yeah.
you need to only hit your basics, and we didn't really talk about this, but not counting the Vesuvas becoming forests, there are only 6 forests in the deck, right? Um, Man, that went way quicker than I expected. I'll be totally honest.
Yeah. But that being said, though, that was basically the exact start that Zig needed in order to get past this post list.
All right, let's go ahead and jump over to these sideboards. Should we start with Cool Guy first this time, Prez?
Yeah, so in Cool Guy's sideboard here, we got 3 copies of Walking Ballista, 3 Thorn of Amethyst, 3 Fairy Macabre, 4 Force of Vigor, 1 World Breaker, I love that card, and then 1 Apex Devastator.
So the Apex Devastator meme extends into the sideboard as well. Uh, so I mean, for me, what this comes down to is I really like Fairy Macabres to some extent to stop away from the
Absolutely.
lone lock. I really like Force of Vigors, namely because of the threat of exploration and Valakut's exploration, right? Like, um,
Yeah.
I'm a little biased. Oh god, I keep talking about this. I don't really bring in Force of Vigors 'cause I'm afraid of Sphere Effects out of the board. Also, that is not something cool guys are afraid of. So maybe that's going to factor in, and maybe we don't see any Force of Vigors coming in. But World Breaker as well feels like an absolute slam dunk. What do you think?
I really like World Breaker, especially in this matchup because there are only a couple artifacts or enchantments out of lands that you actually care about. That being said, you can also hit lands with it too, right? If
Yeah,
there's one particular problem land, like that Field of the Dead, you can totally just World Breaker, exile the Field of the Dead, and at least the clock is stopped.
yeah, absolutely. You're not going to be hitting exploration with it the vast majority of the time. You're going to be hitting a land or maybe Valakut's exploration.
Yeah.
Let's jump over to the land side. We're seeing a single Ancient Tomb, two Elvish Reclaimers, love me that card, two Pyroblast, one Red Elemental Blast, three Sphere of Resistances, two Chokes, two Force of Vigors, and two Mindbreak Traps. What are you liking out of this?
Out of this board here, ooh, this one's kind of rough. Like, there's really not much going on. I'd imagine you'd probably grab the Force of Vigors just because you did see a Chalice.
Are you afraid of Chalice, really?
Well, if they Chalice on two, then it's a lot worse.
I
But
guess Punishing Fires you can go down on. I still like them as an actual win condition besides Field of the Dead. Um,
yeah,
but I don't know. Do we see Living Twister come out? Let's be honest.
I hope not, but more than likely yes.
We are seeing both
So,
players keep 7. Cool guy on the play, going with that lovely turn 1 once upon a time. Card's so good it got banned in multiple formats.
yep. Yes, and Pope Hoffy's saying hello to everybody in chat as well. Thank you for table spotting today, Pope.
As he puts it, it's lonely in the spotter's table. And you know
Yeah.
what? Yes, it is. You got two friends and they hate each other the entire time. Go ahead
Yeah,
and getting the
basically.
Elvish Recruit Rejuvenator, that good old core set draft common.
Yep. And we're actually going to start off with the basic force this time around.
Seems good. Seems correct. Taiga.
Taiga. Oh
Mm,
no.
mm.
Oh no, we got the good start again.
This is what we're here to see. Show me all the land drops, baby.
Yeah.
Growth. Okay. Not as exciting. I'll be honest.
That being said, Grow's still a not terrible card to have, especially with being on the draw. Because after all, Zig still has. Oh, I guess he's got 5 cards in it. I guess he did play 3. Plays Elvish Rejuvenator.
This is good. At this point, we're able to overloan wastelands. Although if we hit a non-wasteland, if we hit a wastelandable land again off this, there is the threat of wasteland life of the loam.
Yeah. Putting
And then
Glimmer
just waste
Post
again.
into play tapped.
Okay. Well,
This is going to gain Cool Guy a life.
let's see if there's specifically wasteland life in the loam in Zig's hand. That is
Yeah.
the dream.
If this is, again, that's so backbreaking. There's a wasteland.
That's half of it.
Port.
Wasteland
Okay, so
port.
we're not going quite all the way in yet.
Yeah, you hit Ancient Tomb here pretty easily.
Yes, absolutely. And then I like tapping the forest here on upkeep.
Wait, is Cool Guy? Yes, Cool Guy's at 19. That's right, from the life gain and the 2 off of Ancient Tomb.
Yeah. Man,
Tapping
Zig
down
just
that
being
forest.
absolutely relentless here. Vesuva
This has got to be a Vesuvan Forest, right? Or are we going hard on the Locust plan?
targets the forest.
Yeah, seems right.
Yeah, smash for 1 with Elvish Rejuvenate.
Give me those elf beats. They worked so well in the last match. They got to be good this match also, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Thespian stage and a blast zone. Oh no.
Interesting.
So of note here, the Thespian stage can become a copy of Blast Zone, which is one of the few ways that you can use Blast Zone to actually hit a Chalice.
I still don't think we're that afraid of Chalice, to be totally
No,
honest.
probably not. But in the event that there is a X permanent, even like a Walking Ballista, it still works there.
I actually am thinking that we're going to see a stage targeting port, and we'll start double porting off of double green source.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's another forest, so I guess that's less good. I still think we're just going to do that to deny as much mana as possible.
Yeah. It's actually triple forest right now because if Vesuva is a copy of forest.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But actually, hear me out. Hear me out. Is it just correct to start porting the colorless source to keep them off Thought-Knot Seer when there's this many forests already?
It is possible, although he did just make that Spin Stage into a copy of Port itself.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were expecting.
Ghost Quarter. Uh-oh.
Well, there's basics
Basic
in that
Forest.
deck. I don't know how to tell
Yeah.
you this. There's a lot of basics in there.
Yeah. I just mean if there's like a Cloud Post come down, and it's just...
Oh, that's yes, absolutely. Easy hit, but we're not going to see that come off quite yet.
No.
Oh, give me the
Upkeep.
Punishing Fire beat. Give me the Punishing Fire. Let's start clocking.
Oh, taps the 2 actual forests.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. There's another forest. So we are 1 mana away from prime time, right?
Well, not because of these ports, right? We're still, as long as these ports still keep being spent, we are 3 mana away from prime time.
That is true.
However, we are 1 mana away from Thought-Knot Seer now.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, at this point, I would love to see tapping that colorless source. It is not, the Thought-Knot Seer is not known for Ziggyth. And is not always in colorless post lists, but I feel like we just have to be playing as though it has had, what is
that is the pathway, I would imagine.
Oh, legacy playable, baby. Legacy playable.
Is that the pathway or is that a taiga?
Well, it's the correct land for if it's a pathway.
Yes.
Oh, it's a taiga.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Either way, we'll run with it.
It's too late. We're in game 2. That is a taiga. That is established.
Sorceress Spyglass. Here we go.
That has to name Wasteland.
Or it could name Rashadenport.
Oh, that's interesting as well.
Because at this point, the Wasteland only hits the Glimmer Posts. Looks like it says, names Rashadenport. Yeah. I actually don't mind that here. Especially because the Wasteland's in the graveyard as well.
Could Blaststone have been ticked up to 2 there? Was there enough mana? There was 2 mana still left, right? So Blaststone could have been brought up to 2 in theory at end of turn.
In theory, yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Zig is just kind of waiting still.
Yeah.
Trying to see if there's something else that is worth it. That's good.
Elvish Reclaimer.
Of note, that Elvish Reclaimer Sig is quite costly. That artist likes to charge a good amount for their Sig. Now, this is interesting. I still feel like we want to blow up Blaststone on 2.
I could see that. The only thing is that you got to be worried about what cool guys got coming down here. Because if this is a prime time in a double Cloud Post, this is really bad.
This is it.
Yep.
And this is exactly the inevitability that we were talking about that cool guy has in this matchup.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it, is like, even just the one turn of your ports are off gave him enough mana to do this. And now with the double Cloud Post up, Zig needs Wastelands now. This is, of course, assuming that it is actually the double Cloud Post coming in, which it looks like it is.
At least one. Double Post. Yep. Seems correct. Primeval Titans flavor text, of course, being when nature calls, run. And right now, I understand exactly why it says so.
Yeah. So this Primeval Titan just grabbed 8 mana.
That's so nutty.
It grabbed 10 mana, actually, if Cool Guy can follow up with another post.
This is scary.
Yep. So I imagine we are going to have an absolutely monstrous play next turn, and you can totally see the Blast Zone ticking up to 2, 100%. This is blowing up the Sorcerer's Spyglass.
But did he pay more than 2? Did he pay 3 mana there? I might have missed something.
It's XX to put counters on.
Yeah, I know, but that was what confused me there. It seemed like he tapped more than 2 mana. Again, might absolutely be missing something. And it looks like Zig is in the tank for the moment. Zig does have a Reclaimer activation here, which is the real thing that we're likely tanking over. I feel the Dead isn't going to get you there at this point.
No, especially because that you cannot let these Cloud Posts tap, because if this is an Apex Devastator, you're going to die.
But at the same time, you can just make a 20/20.
Yeah, that's true. Scornful Egotist, thank you very much for the follow.
This feels like this has to be getting a Dark Depths right now.
I could see that for sure.
Although doing it on the opponent's turn is the thing that seems odd to me. And getting Field. Turns out that's 7.
Yep. Exactly 7.
Yeah, Discord and Andy, I know. I'm referring to I thought that the taiga was also untapped at that time. So the forest, the grove, and the taiga being tapped. Once again, totally been wrong, but yeah, I know it has to be tapped.
Land. Get another zombie.
Well, we're threatening block from
Land.
the Primeval Titan, but if Primeval
This
Titan
is a
gets another attack,
third
this is what we
port.
want.
This is a third port.
Yeah. That Rishadan port naming, or that Sorcerer Spyglass naming Rishadan port is quite good.
Yep.
Oh, that's so true. It loses its other, because it's named Thespian Sage at the moment, but just has the different ability, it's also turned off by the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Oh, that's great. That's super good. Yeah, that makes sense why we aren't getting Dark Depths at the moment.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. Oh goodness.
I
And we're
always
actually
forget.
grabbing Sheltered Thicket tapped here.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Keeping the land count diversified.
I could see that. The only issue, well, I guess technically speaking, the Cloud Posts are the only lands you're interested in tapping anyway. But even then, you're still short on mana. Oh, he's just gonna hit one of the Cloud Posts. That way, he only needs to keep one Rashadin board up.
Yeah. Also, still need to be dealing with. I have to assume that we'll be popping the blast zone this turn.
I would imagine so, because even then, you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana coming in here.
But this Primeval Titan is still terrifying. Another attack trigger is going to make it so no matter what, Cool Guy is likely going to be able to cast any Titans that are in hand on the following turn. While Zig is going to be able to trade off 3 zombies for the Primeval Titan, that attack trigger is just the scariest part.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is that if he goes attack main phase 1, or if he goes attack before tapping any of his lands, he can go grab 2 more posts to make the Cloud Post massive.
Well, I assume that we're assuming that the Cloud Post that taps from multiple
That's
mana
true.
is being staged, right? Or not staged, ported.
Yeah. So we're actually getting an upkeep explosion there.
Oh, that's right, Eternally. We are seeing that 2 Tundras out already. Wait, did we see the Basic Forest? Yep, Basic Forest looks like was already dealt with as well, if I recall correctly.
Plays Vesuva as a copy of Cloud Post.
That seems right.
Yep.
Has 8 mana.
Of note here,
everything.
this deck actually playing 4 copies of Vesuva, as we mentioned, an actual 12 post deck.
It's actually been fantastic this match, right? So being able to turn it into the forest when you're up against the Wasteland lock in game 1, and then just being so many posts. Oh my goodness.
So
Attack
many
trigger.
posts indeed.
The inevitability that Primeval Titan gives is nutso.
Yeah. Yes, and thanks for pointing out the Guru Forest there. Yes, we are aware. It is very pretty. Zig has some fancy cards, and looks like we are getting Vesuva and Cloud Post. Vesuva making another copy of Cloud Post.
No, this is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, and then gigantic block here from everything.
Yeah, just trade 3 of the zombies.
Yeah. Absolutely, you have to. Are we going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We are 1 mana short of Apex Devastator.
Hear me out. This is a situation where.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's whatever's in hand is coming down next turn. It's official.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Big old trigger.
Zig needs something real big because there's not enough lanes in the deck that can come down to deal with this. So we're gonna go get another Vesuva, another Cloud Post. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cloud Posts in with 7 Locuses. Oh my goodness, this is like 50 mana.
30,
There's 35 with just a Cloud Post.
So I actually am a little surprised we don't just see the Caracas unless that's already in hand at this point when we have this much mana.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any active Wastelands or Ghost Core.
Oh.
But again.
No, there's 6 posts. Oh no, that's so much worse.
6, 8.
42.
Oh boy. All right. Show me what is in the hand.
This is legitimately 50 mana.
Can we just say that the moments that you're playing lands and you wish you could tutor Armageddon to the top of your deck, you know that's a bad situation. But I bet if Zig was able to tutor an Armageddon to the top and had white source somehow, would absolutely do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got 3 there.
Savage
Living
Twister!
Twister!
Oh, Living Twister, there we go. I'm so happy. At least we got to see it. Is Cool Guy going to show us the meme card? Are we going to get to see the Cascade how many times? 4 5 times? 5
4 times. 4 times.
Show me it. Show me it up the top. The good old 2/5 body.
Yeah. Living Twister is super cool. Pay 2, discard a land card, deals 2 damage to any target. Not very great right now, but pretty good. And then green, return a tapped land you control to its owner's hand. Which could be potentially very sweet.
I have feelings for Living Twister, and they are all feelings of love.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it's an amazing card. Let's be totally honest.
Yeah.
It's right. All of our players have been giving us the greatest memes tonight.
Yeah. Also, Pope making sure to mention untap, upkeep, draw, go to main phase. With
It matters.
50 mana. So we got 42, 44, 45, or sorry, 42, 44, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. We have 51 mana. And a Primeval Titan trigger. This is going to go get double Glimmer Post.
7, 8. Of note, there's only a single Field of Dead, right?
Probably.
So there's no go and get second one at the moment. You can go and get stage as another field, but that doesn't help with this current land drop.
So we're actually going to go get a Glimmer Post and a Caracas.
Yeah.
So this Glimmer Post is going to add 7 mana, plus the Caracas is going to be good, and you're also going to gain 9 life off this Glimmer Post.
Of note, Merit Lodge no longer is lethal if it does happen to come out.
Yeah.
So that is no longer a choice.
Yeah.
Off of this.
And that's just it, is that this could go get a Dark Depths, and then Thespian Stage will copy it. But Cool Guy's at 30, and also is going to untap with the Caracas next turn.
I feel like you just do this, hope to have interaction for it on the following turn, either by a Life from the Loam or getting access to a Wasteland. You're not going to be able to use the Reclaimer to get access to a Wasteland, unless Stage doesn't even do that. But we're just making the 20/20 going to block the Primeval Titan. Gonna threaten swinging back in for 6, 20, 29, 1 short of note on the crackback. If of course without the 1/1 blocker, you would be swinging for 26 in truth.
Yeah.
Or 27 if you use Living Twister to deal 2 damage to Elvish Rejuvenator. Let's see what's in hand. Show it to us. Show me the Eldrazi. Oh, again, when did Ayavugan come into play? I think I missed that.
I don't know. I missed that as well.
Regardless, there's enough mana to...
unless that was his land drop for the turn. Oh my goodness. And he's just going to go grab Emrakul, cast Emrakul, take another turn, and then crunch.
Not even that, because the Caracas is going to untap before Zig has a chance to deal with it at all. It's infinite turns right there.
Yeah, the other thing as well is that if need be, Zig's at 15. You can just Caracas the Merit Lage back and then just attack 15 in the air.
Oh, that's true, I guess. No, we're about making our opponents concede, not actually killing them. Just loop it. Annihilator 6 them, bounce it before damage, replay it, attack with the Rejuvenator for 1. That's the correct way. Strictly correct way to win that. And we're going to game 3. I've been loving this match. All right. All the hype we were putting for this final match has definitely lived up so far. This has been amazing.
This has been a fantastic way to end this, for sure.
I gotta say, my head hurts when there's that many locusts in play, though. It's just like, I can't do this.
Yeah. So
I teach basic addition. I don't teach multiplication. Okay, I'm gonna put everything out of my sleeves right now.
So for anyone who's unfamiliar, we're the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. Legacy is pretty much all we play all day, every day. ! Discord in the chat will get you a link to go join us. We have monthly leagues that fire off. We have weekly tournaments. We have one every Saturday, and then currently we're offering one every second Sunday right now. Hopefully we'll be able to get that up to weekly soon. And then we also have an invitational as well. So when you play in the weeklies that are run through MTG Melee, every match one gives you an invitational point. Same thing when you're playing in the league. You'll get a point for each of those wins as well, which will then qualify you for the invitational. Top 8 players, double elimination. It's so much fun, as Oliver can attest.
Oh, absolutely. It is. We kind of touched on this last time. The process of trying to figure out what your sideboard plan should be against 7 other players that you've played a ton of previous matches against. We are
Yeah.
straight up spreadsheeting all the expected matchups, and you end up with things like 2 torpor orbs and multiple sideboards as a result. As Beyond Sadistic wants to point out, as we failed to mention both last time we talked about it and now, we got F and M. It's a lot
Yes.
like LFG in terms of you just show up and play, hang out in the in between round BS channel, and just have a good time.
Go find someone to play Magic against. It's a great time.
Absolutely. And may I just say, eternally surprised. I know what time it is where you are. Thank you for staying up late to give us these jokes, man. Just so you know, you might be tired tomorrow, but it's absolutely worth it. Much appreciated, homie.
Absolutely. Can I also just say too about how Emrakul was cast last game off of 2 lands?
Don't get me started. I am reeling right now. Like I still like I don't see Cloud Post doing this that often. Again,
Yeah.
because my matchups, right? But like when there's that many, it's just like, wait, what did Locust do again? What? Oh, wait, they tap for more than 1 mana. What? Both players
Yeah.
keeping 7. Zig on the play. Oh, the beautiful Mox Diamond. All this damage, such beautiful. Much
Oh
wow.
wow, this is a other fantastic start from lands.
We better see a snap 8 damage, draws 3. I want to
Oh
ancestral
yeah.
recall 2 turns in a row, please. I feel certain ways about Sylvan Library.
And we're gonna just see a Cataracts and no
Again,
follow up.
Again, so much better than the World Tree. And yes, I am firing shots at a certain person that I got into an argument with when World Tree came out.
No, we're only taking
All
one.
love.
Sorry to
All
disappoint
love.
you, Oliver.
Oh, that's fine. You know what? We got the threat there.
Yeah.
Blind Tyrant, absolutely agree. See, us Infect players, we get it, man. We get what that card's supposed to do.
Oh no! These are just blisteringly fast starts every game. Although
Yeah.
this is probably actually the slowest start he's had.
Well,
For sure.
there was only a single land drop.
Yeah. No, that being said, though, the exploration there is very good. So, like, if this hits a life from the loam, then you're just off to the races. Sorceress, Spyglass, and Old Border. Wow, we did have the life from the loam.
Do you name Port
Oh
here?
no.
Do we name Port, or are we too afraid of starting to be Wasteland locked in 2 turns from now because of the Reclaimer?
I could see Stage also being a good name too. Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, name's Reclaimer.
Yeah,
I think that's actually a good call too.
yeah, that can hit things besides lands. What am I talking about? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That is a good point.
I'm just like Pithy Needles. Pithy Needle only names land cards, right? It only names Inkmoth, Nexus, or Wasteland. That's the only 2 cards it can name. If you play it on MTGO and you bring up the bracket of all the names, it is just those 2 cards to choose from.
Yeah. My
Oh,
I have a friend who got very sad when they changed the rules that you can only name cards that are legal in the format, so you can't name Abandoned Hope in Modern anymore.
Oh, did they change that rule? That's sad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
horrible.
they changed it, so yeah, it has to be legal in the format. In Legacy, you can still do it, but not Modern.
Swing for 1, baby. We coming in.
Oh yeah, get in for those damages.
Zig not taking any. No, Zig just took 4 off the library, but there's still induced despair. Thank you. I'll remember that next time I'm playing Modern
Yeah,
and playing.
good to know. Good to know. I'll make sure to let my friend know. Induced Despair should be the new name. Second Spyglass. Okay, so this one names Port, I would imagine for sure.
I feel like it has to.
Yeah.
Because
of note, Phyrexian Revoker will turn off Mox Diamond, however, Pithing Needle and Spyglass will not.
See, this is the sort of start out of Zig that makes me incredibly.
Oh
You
no!
know, we thought they were going to be coming in, and we were dead right. Of note here, Fairy Macabre being the choice because you're playing for Once Upon a Times. And it turns out when your Once Upon a Times convert into Fairy Macabres, you just like those a lot more than Surgical.
Yeah. Of note, though, I believe as well, one of the important parts about the way this tournament is constructed is that the surgical extraction was in the Grixis Delver list, and as a result, Cool Guy does not have the option of choosing it.
That is very true. I still think that it is still correct when you're playing a 4.
Hitting that Life from the Loam off of Valakut Exploration seems
that's
pretty alright.
Val X is such an impressive card, I have to say. That again, that is another one of the cards that is of actual force to fill target when you're going up against lands.
Yeah. Of note, though, that was a snap 8.
Great. I love to see it. I missed it, but I love to see it.
Yeah.
Cool Guy doing the good
Casting
old...
Thought-Knot Seer. Thanks, Ayavugan. Oh goodness, double exploration. I think he kind of just have to take one of the explorations and just hope.
No, I don't even know. You probably take the Mox Diamond because it's another mana source that you're able to, if you draw land, you're also able to get land back with Life from the Loam now. And is really 2 explorations that much scarier than 3? Yeah, I respect taking the Mox Diamond there.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's wrong in the long run, but I absolutely think it's right to just take the Mox Diamond there.
I think it depends. If this dredge hits 3 lands, then I bet you'll probably be a tad full of regret, but
you can already play the 3 lands off 2 explorations.
Yeah. 1, 2,
Ghost
3.
Order.
So of note here,
for those who don't know the Dredge Sylvan Library interaction, you are going to be taking damage off of this.
Yeah, unless you put both the cards back.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, the only way that Sylvan Library Dredge does not get complicated and it's straight Ancestral Recall for no life is if you dredge all 3 draws.
But then you pay 8 life, right?
No, if you dredge all 3, no cards were drawn, so you don't have to put anything back.
Oh, that's real cool. Oh,
yeah, if you dredge twice, you have to pay 8.
Look at these exploration triggers.
Yeah.
We got 1 at the moment. We see a second one coming in off this fetch land.
Yeah. So there's going to be 2 exploration triggers here right now.
Fetching in response to the trigger, of course.
Yeah. I like that as well, just being able to pull the fetch land out, or being able to pull the land out now, because if it... there's only 4 fetchable lands normally in lands.
Wasteland? That's good.
And Port.
Oof. I like both those.
Yeah.
Namely, well, not really
Green
Port
source,
right now, but...
Cast Exploration. Diamond to cast Exploration. Playing out Wasteland. Trigger, there you go. Crop Rot's really good too.
Oh, you're threatening lethal if you use this Crop Rot.
Huh.
This feels right. Spend the Crop Rot, get rid of the Port, go and get what's it called? Thespian Stage.
Thespian Stage, and then
threaten lethal.
Yeah, that is a good point.
What is the draw? Looking at post. Oh no, that's it. I think.
Oof. This is
rough.
Incredibly
difficult.
Second Crop Rot too.
Here's the line. You play another Sorcerer's Spyglass and hope that Zig passes priority and it resolves before he does. This is the line right now. You have to play to your outs.
Yeah. So it looks like they're just clarifying how many land drops are remaining.
This is what's so hard. Why exploration? Why?
So first land drop was the fetch land. In response, fetch. So that's land drop number 1. Land drop number 2 would it be the Did I miss it? Yeah, I must have played out the Rishadan Port. And then
right.
Yeah, and then the crop rotation went and grabbed Thespian Stage.
So of note, eternally surprised, there is the Caracas.
Oh, Wasteland was the second land. My bad. Thank you.
There is the Caracas as the draw, which delays a single turn because Zig, that other untapped land right now is a Mazavith, which can't tap for mana. So it delays a single turn, but I don't think that that's going to be enough. You spend your land drop on the Caracas, it gets immediately wastelanded, and then from that point, it's just you're just fading it. You're fading a single turn and back in the exact same situation.
Yeah.
God, hitting that.
So this is actually a very good. This is actually a very good point here, where we have the table spotter who has actually recorded everything that's been happening this turn, and in the text here, only 2 lands have been played.
So it looks like this crop rotation is resolving. And players still talking here. But you're right. Ripping exactly Caracas off the top or having it in hand does delay a single turn, but that's really it. And you're not progressing your own game state at all, right? Where Cool Guy needs to be hitting additional land drops.
Yeah. So it looks like it was play the land, put 2 cards in the graveyard, and then hit Cool Guy for 2. And so now this is a really bad spot to be in here. And yeah, I think you literally just need to be on the I need something to hit the other thing there. So we're going to get an Elvish Rejuvenator.
I mean, what are we looking for here? What's the dig?
I don't really know. You get Vesuva as a copy of what?
Has to be Cascading Cataracts or the Forest. Can't name I.
I I guess you could go Mazavith, but it's technically out, like, too slow.
And then I believe there are 2 cards off of the exploration that went out of exile into the graveyard. So 2 damage went to Cool Guy, of course, there.
Yeah, sounds like we just had a bit of an issue with the table spotter there. Apparently, Discord just went out in their area, so we will make do with what we can.
Luckily, that's happening at this point in the match rather than towards the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to make a Merilage. Incoming 2020.
Yep, and that 16 is the correct life total because of the 2 off the Valakut exploration.
Yeah. So Charbel, round 1 was Grixis Delver versus Blue Black Ninjas. Round 2 was Elves versus Reanimator. And then round 3, as you can see, is Green 12 Post versus Lands. And Dredge 3, Force of Vigor, Sheltered Thicket, and Thespian Stage. And then take look at the top 2 cards. Puts both of them back, pays no life.
Might as well check to see if you want them, assuming we get to another turn that you want to get dredged away.
Yeah. No, Scornful Egotist, this is the last matchup. So there's the Field of the Dead. This is going to make some zombies.
And we also have a Valakut Exploration trigger. Let's see the way that this resolves.
Yeah.
Exploration trigger first. We have the zombie trigger.
Actually, do we get zombies?
I mean, we have 7 different lands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we do not, actually. There's only 6 lands.
Is that
that is 2 copies of Wasteland, yeah.
I apologize. I thought that was a different land. Yeah,
no.
So we are
just
not
20 in the air, and that's going to be enough, and then Cool Guy's going to scoop it up. So team go absurd with the perfect sweep 3-0.
The Valakut Exploration was incredibly impressive there, right? Like, that was what made the game. And
that card was very good. Every single time I have played against Valakut Exploration, it has blown me away with how good that card is. And at the same time, I am very outspoken in terms of cards I don't like, which is probably a problem, but whatever. That's one of the few cards that I played against. It's like, this card is absurdly powerful, and not once have I ever been like, this card's busted.
It is kind of the perfect legacy printing, right? Where it's really niche. It isn't insanely busted. It can be really good. I look at printings like this, Elvish Reclaimer, Brazen Borrower, as the great sort of legacy printings that are happening in standard sets, right? They aren't breaking our format, but the role players and seeing play in certain decks can be amazing, but they're not really nutter butters by themselves, right? What makes Valakut Exploration nutty is when you're Life from the Loaming, and also when you're having multiple explorations in play and just getting to do land drop, land drop, land drop, dig 3 cards, find the crop rotation, and go in for the lethal there. Then that was a fantastic match. Once again, did not disappoint from all the hype that we gave.
Also, special congratulations as well to the Eternally Surprised, the Blind Tyrant, and Zigeif on the triple win. Special thanks as well to Cool Guy 1492, to Discordant Andy, and I apologize here, and Slayer. Let's see, Slayer 8896 on playing as well. Thank you so much for signing up to play tonight. And hope to see all of you here again next time. This was an absolutely fantastic event. If this is the type of event that you guys would see on stream more often, or just in general, let us know.
Absolutely.
Go head over to the Discord and let us know, because this could be a cool event to do like as an actual tournament.
It was really fantastic in terms of the only downside, which we kind of talked about, was that we had so many teams apply that weren't able to make it.
Yeah, we could only take 2 teams.
And of course, it's the same thing as any other fight night, right? Where only 6 players are going to make it. So it's not that big of a change, but it is just this one head-to-head team matchup. Of note, next week, I believe, is meme night.
Meme night!
Holy moly. If you guys think that this fight night is fun, it really is, let's be honest. The meme night fight night is fantastic. If you're feeling like, if you're feeling like you want to sign up, you want to put some Mimi brews our way, please feel free to sign up.
You guys should play Battle of Wits.
Prez is showing off the Shadowborn Apostle Battle of Wits deck that won versus Eggs last meme night. I got something brewed up. I'm really hoping that I get to play. The only thing to know is that when you sign up for it, you aren't for sure guaranteed that you're going to get put into the randomizer, because we do need to make sure that decks are memey enough. Let's be very clear. No Pox with a white splash is not a meme. I just want to make sure we all know that going into this. But I'm really looking forward to it. The meme night is always fantastic. But yeah, guys, this is a great day. I'm so happy I got to end my Tuesday with all of y'all, with you, Prez. Big thanks to Pope and Beyond Sadistic for running everything on the back burner. Big thanks to all the players. And Pope, you got anything else to say before we head out for the night?
No, I don't, at least. But yeah, no, thanks everyone for coming to hang out with us today. Again, we are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. Come swing by if you ever want to come play Legacy with us. It's a fantastic time. Players are playing all times of day, so it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, you'll be able to find a game. And we will see you back on Saturday for the tournament finals, and then after that, we will see you again next Tuesday for meme night.
It's going to be amazing. Take care, everyone, and as always, let us be your local meta.
Thank you. Have a good one.